Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. Today is a Saturday, so vibe unjerere. And of course, nduddewo kataxa akamasanyalaze nakavuze yesterday. So I wanted to upload that video now before I came on the broadcast, and that's why I took long, but still sisobodde ka uploading. So I'm going to upload it tonight. Mujjaba mukalaba probably by midnight or by tomorrow morning. Kajja kuba jikali kataxa kamasanyalaze. It had power kabadde n'amaanyi, and then after that video has sunk in properly, I'm going to do for you a comparison between an electric car and a hybrid vehicle. Okay, I'm going to do a comparison, and I'll do it by looking at the Prius, which you already know, and looking at the fully electric vehicle. Okay, I'll be telling you what I think and what I recommend that you probably buy, according to Arthur, of course. Yeah, but ka electric vehicle, ka electric chigege, ka the passenger no for that thing, you know, me considering the whole fact as a constant, you keep eating food. The Mercedes Benz C200 ye mube hiyo mwana mutoya ajirimu ateko kuba makanika izo kati Benz yo mujira aba ziba garage nga bakanika Benz abana abataba akayigo kanika wera emyezi nga makanika ate abagagga bozi batamama unenga ate yenga makanika asolo kuba no spare na amuzawa ina akola bitye waliyo makanika Benz yo gwemanyi mwana muto amuyita muzungu nakazungu muzungu something like that. Of course, you know bagendo ito muta muzungu abera wa brown. So eze moroka na eza atambwira wazambwidemo emyaka kati ngesatu wanono wetuli wa honorable prime minister wano akapande ka stop mukaraba awo leka taliyo kubana abasirikale tebaliyo nenga we wano kati tukirira tuba wa nabanja. For those that don't know, for us we know big people where they live. So the topic today, I want us to talk about what the things that would discourage you from wanting to work at a place where you have worked and you were previously satisfied. Nekatinga ekintu kitandise okuba onogamba naye lwaki sigenda, lwaki siva wano, kyekiyinza okumalako emirembe. But Saturday is bright, as you can see. Tuddayo ewaffe ebombo mu kyalo, luli broadcast ya Saturday yali twagikola tuli buziga. Twagikola tuli buziga makindi ewawawa kaliro tuddayo ewaffe nga bulijjo ka broadcast ka mumanyi bwe mungamba ati nobeera mu game park katugenda kakuba paka game park okujjako nga network yire tusalako netugenda kakuba paka game park. Bannange ndabye comment ya Kawagama Enoch, and I remembered that we have the FTC People's Party chitano bakuregistering naye bagayi bamna registering ekibiina twaba tukikola manga politics tanakwata yonnyo we register the political party. Our presidential candidate Antonio Random Things, His Excellency Alire, anze nabaga njagala wa general secretary nganze signinga ku check tulina omukubiriza w'ebivulu ne bazita batya zino baita press conference omuyita Nsereko Starch yagenda okwataganya ebyengolo byonna lawyer w'ekibiina Council Patrick Asiku totwegaananga olina okuturepresentinga buli kimu. For those that don't know what the FTC People's Party is, it's for the love of cars People's Party. We front the rights of car lovers, car owners, car enthusiasts. We will make sure that cars are cheap, motorcycles are expensive, and bicycles are inaccessible. That will be our manifesto for 2026. Mutulabiranga ddala. Cars cheap, motorcycles inaccessible. No, cars cheap, motorcycles expensive, bicycles inaccessible. Yegendo oba slogan yaffe ya 2026 tuleeta president waffe Antonio Random Things agenda kuba ekintu akitwala bafoot soldier we bali bapadepade. Arthur Karemani, how are you? Agambye toxic environment and office politics. By the way, ekintu ekyo kimalamu amaanyi. But you guys, what is toxic environment? Ekintu kyannemye okutegeera. What makes something toxic? What makes an environment toxic? What makes a person toxic? Because I also understand that in the videos, like, environments don't make themselves toxic. It's people that make environments toxic. So what defines toxicity? Omuntu dirwa crossing anagenda mu line ya toxic. That's probably something I chicha nemi okutegeerera ddala. Olumu ogenda n'osanga omuntu gwe bagamba mbu ali toxic nga tali toxic. Nga kyejo kye kitawaanya abantu. For example, omuntu akubogoddeko emirundi 3 mbu yo toxic. Emirundi 3 busatu. 3 on 3. Bale ntulina ku bantu nga gwe 3 ogiyita firi. Bankuba. Mami yankuba okugira ekigambo firi. Ekigambo kiri 3 THREE. Then I know someone that pronounces HM as HM. I got HM. That's what I'm saying. But guys, how do you pronounce the word HM? Is it HM or HM? So anyway, guys, what defines toxicity? Omuntu afuka di toxic environment, afuka di toxic. What makes working environment toxic? Is it people abusing you? Is it people fighting you? Antonio, don't say I did not show you. Package take kwayo. Ewede Antonio. Package ewede. Abaye olw'omukaga lugenze lutya travel live vlog Wabuyi Nelson Jones info Brian Wanyama travel live vlog Pade Patrick Rio Farm Poultry Farm Andrew Nsubuga. When colleagues are over fighting me, boss disrespectful and the salary being too small compared to what I deliver. Ensonga ziri meka bakwano ba workmate nga bakulwanyisa boss akunyoma n'omusaala nga mutono. Izi ensonga ziri nya. King Daniels, good evening. Nomadic for life, Chiyimba Samson, Bukenya Abi, Musema Saddam, Ronald Muchwa, Chris Fitness Lubulwa, Morad K Momo, enjuba ngekedde okugwa. Ate nze nda jetulaga kyemmanyi ekyaliyo. Antonio Random Things president omujja ow'eggwanga Uganda ng'ajjidde ku kaadi ya FTC People's Party. Post twagamba kala yaffe egenda beera kigold. Tulina okubanga ebintu byaffe biri unconventional tusobole naffe okuleeta omuyaga ogwaffe. Mugala Mix Farm Kawagama Enoch, Prose Bravo, Chigozi Stanley, Arthur Karemani, Pade mwebagayi kyekireeta kiyinza okuleetera okwetamwa w'okolera n'ogamba kati wano sidda next year. Mukama Katonda asasula abantu be. Kama Katonda asasula abantu be. Naye kansubire muli bulungi olw'omukaaga luno. The road is actually clear. Kampala seems cleaner, of course, apart from the dust, which is totally normal. omuntu gwe nasooka ogenda ebweru nagende nowhere, and these guys don't have brown dust. Actually they don't have brown soil, they have black soil. Kati the engineers abasoma engineering bajeke be bayinza okumanya why they have black soil, but those guys, they do not have brown soil. So they have their kind of that, their own that. At the time I was, because I think Norway is the country that I've been to the longest. I was there for 6 weeks. For that entire period, saina kulongo sangato, saina chi, because literally they have all their roads are paved. Mujakobu nagenda mutani, nagenda mutani, itakali ya weteli kwa atida kuungato. I don't know why. Obe charo che nagenda mchechali echirunji. Chiraike charo che nagenda mchechali echirunji. So guys, what would stop you, what would discourage you from wanting to work at your current workplace? Nadalanga esawe no dissatisfied. Chechi inzo kubawo no gamba, to hell with the money, to hell with the job, let me look for somewhere else. Yeah, chechi inza. Why am I bringing this? Is because some of you guys actually employ people and you take them for granted, or you take for granted the things that make sense to them. Buli muntu alina ebintu byatunulya n'agamba bwe mba nfunye kino I will dissatisfy the synergy in the gap. And I find that it's important that you guys as employers understand bichi ebiretera abantu okubeera ewantu n'abeera satisfied. Kubanga naawe ebiseera ebintu ebikunyiiza ebiyinza okugoba ku mulimu n'omulala bisobola omugoba ku mulimu. But sometimes bw'obeera nga you have been an employer for a very long time, you forget the things that are important to employees. And I thought we should talk about it. So that bobo inaye abantu bokozesa ng'omanya tikakati nno kino bakyagala kibamalamu amaanyi, kino kibongera amaanyi, kino kiba keeping motivated, kino kibasigaza nga bakyayagala okukola, kiri kibagoba ku mulimu, and stuff like that. So tell us, what is the one thing that will probably make you hate your job? Mumutima gwange isizoba you make my life easy to find another to papara. Abai mumanyi habu y'ebikajjo wano tuyitawo ku macha nemba temufaayo. Habu y'ebikajjo eri awo gwayagala osuubula ebikajjo biri awo obirabye ate byonna bya orange bye babiyitanga batya kaki balina bye babiyitanga ebitaali ebiri ebya brown. Naye ebiri ebya brown byampomeranga okusinga bino lwakuba bino byabanga bigonda okusinga biri ebya brown. I also asked what makes a work environment toxic, what makes an individual toxic, what makes people toxic generally, because it's people that make environments toxic. And what defines toxicity? Because I've said I've seen people that call other people toxic. Nenga mbutufu kwenchiraba araba mugayo yotali toxic. Nga gaye embeera ze zobo ezitubizali. I find that abazungu baze ba defining ebintu. Eddiba lyaddiba limwerabiza time of the day. First of all, I'm homesick. Starch agambye ali homesick kati wali agala kudda waka. I think ekintu ekimu ekindiscouraging ogenda nze Bulaaya kwe butalya amatooke. Amatooke gali very important bulamu bwange. Era ndooza ne ngende Bulaaya ebirala byonna binanyiza obutabimisinga kati naye amatooke. Now of course kati engeri gyoba n'abaana nabo obeereyo omutima ne gukulumira abaana n'oganjagala ngende ndabe ku baana kati starch simanyi what is that one thing that you miss at home ekiyinza okukugoba ku mulimu bw'osobola okutuuka n'ogamba sika mulimu sika ssente kanzire ewaffe. What is that one thing? I want to put in practice what I've learned. That's the main thing. Naye nepotism mungi okusosola kuntami and undermining me because of my looks. Kyo si kirungi n'akatono omuntu okusosola because of how you look, because nabo baba tebalabika bulungi naye tuguma naye omuntu akusosola because of your skin color oba because tomulabikidde bulungi ate nakyo si kirungi. Nze deputy president in Buganda region MP bamunaanika Luweero. Muwulidde Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm agambye deputy president Buganda era MP bamunaanika Luweero. Mugalasi Joshua Mixed Farm webale, you're welcome. Mutegedde deputy president wa Buganda atatetia gasi yoyo ata it is HM ati munange nakuba munange kigenda kumpisa toxic ku mulimu eyo omuntu oli ayite ekigambo HM HM agamba mbuno it's supposed to be HM because we pronounce hiru as a hiru, but otherwise what about hiru tujita hiru. Kisegeera lack of motivation in the workplace, no growth at all. You are ever in one place doing the same thing like your program, it gets boring. So when you're bored, you want to change your workplace. Yeah? Package masavu ku masavu. Omukikaga sanze ndaye package ebadde teggwayo. Jangu eno Formula 1 ennaku terumirayo. Silver and pearl white. Silver and pearl white is the colors of for the love of cars people's party. Ata walai abebombo bandabire nnyo. Amina Ronald Muchwa nzije sawa yonna tujja baffe tukulinze ffe tubalinaako obuzibu mwe mutudduka era ne mukoma ne musanga weetuli. Small salary, undermining you, full time on work, no day off. Kwegamba ebintu byonna byonna ebikufuula a full human being, ebintu ebikufuula a human being byebikola lack of motivation. Good evening. They're talking about what would stop you, what would demoralize you from wanting to work at the place where you work now. Ngina bazayo ne ku 5 tuddayo ku 5 wali. Antonio wano omanyiwo olabika oludde ebbanga nga tojjaayo. I normally tell you about my friend Kato that passed away around 2016. He used to work at a club called Chick that used to exist where the Ream Depot now is. The club used to be called Chick's Club, Chick's Pub, I think, Chick's Club, something like that. And yeah, man, a guy there, yali mugezi nga bw'okikulira. Yali mugezi nnyo. Eno najjangayo nga nsobola okunona lolezo ogenda okukola ku bidongo. Nga tugenda okukola drive nga loloyira ku kino nano. For those that don't know, wano bayitawo kuttaano. Kawempe kuttaano. This place used to have jam. Sometimes it actually does. I'm surprised it doesn't. And Saturdays, Bombo Road is the worst. It's like everyone decides to move on, to go back to Bombo on Saturday. Baika mumulabi. So anyway, guys, what would demotivate you from wanting to work at your current workplace? If it were not money. If it were not money, because I realize that money motivates a lot of people. So let's put money out of the picture. Because you can be in a workplace, ngokolera sente entono. Nenge bikozesa sente ezentono atete muli sente. Bridget Kaka, you listed in your disrespect from some people at work, and also backbiting. What do you mean? Nga bakama wa backbitinga obanga gwaba backbitinga? Because there are two angles to this. Who is backbiting who? Yeah, who is backbiting who? It's important that we said this. Bakama wa backbitinga or other people are backbiting you. So now you guys, we already know that disrespect in the workplace, nobody really wants it. Nobody wants to be disrespected at work. I think for the guys that have jobs where, and of course, what entails disrespect? Is it shouting? Is it what can we term as disrespect? Good evening, Derek Lule. Hey guys, what do you mupira? Banange mugende mulabo mupira, mugende mulabo mupira ne memba subya kapira. But Bombo Road is clear. Ompira mulungi, but on the other hand, Bombo Road is clear. Eh? And ezo mpira lwaki gwagaana. Antonio agambe disrespect, racism, negativity. Negativity is a very bad thing, eh? Because negativity affects your emotion. Negativity affects your ability to work. So I find that everyone wants a positive workplace, a workplace that is encouraging, a workplace that is appreciative. Okitegera bobere wantu nga buli kiseera babeera mu kuyomba, buli kiseera baba pointing out ebigenzo obubi, ekyo nakyo si kirungi. Buli kiseera bakujjukizanga water hitting the targets, waliwo okubanga ne targets ziri unbelievable. Okitegera. I recently resigned because of some reasons. Era ne nsalawo nzire waka. You resign waba notice ya bangaji because tonadda waka. Kitegeezo kyakola. Arthur, how's the condition of the other chigege you bought 2 months back? Kola, let me call the person to Rabe. But it seems Kola, because normally when things are not going well, either the driver will call me, or the owner will call me, or the mechanic will call me. But from what I know is that the car erikukube kyakola. Senge badete kola, I would have known. And normally I don't want to impose myself. My role yagwawo tugenda gula kigege endala anytime now. Lwakubaka tuwewa bulungi time tunonye engege nga nga tuli kam tukwe ku ngege nungi, but anytime now tugenda kulayo kigege endala. Yeah, but all the gigs we have on the order too, but they are doing very well so far. Someone actually gave a review here nagamba banani waliwo muntu waliwo yagamba business ya kigege tekola nenda bawano omuntu yagamba ye agikola mu akasente ngate yo bantu twafuna nabengege okay tando zankuze mu starch agamba nayenze even my at the time I had them, I could even pay them, putting their money in an envelope. As someone who is employee who employs people, I put them first. And guys, like I now know what did. So anyway, guys, if you have employees, they want to feel like human, they want to feel respected, they want to feel like they are appreciated. If your business grows, let them grow with it. Which right? I find that I actually find that shouting is easier than appreciating. Shouting is easier than appreciating, but let's do more of the latter than the former. After my boss was too arrogant and abusive, he would even embarrass me before clients. I decided to quit, now doing my own stuff. I can't do the ego of the boss is something, is a skill. I think managing your ego as an employer is something that in a business, I think you should strive to learn that skill, to master the skill of controlling your ego as an employer. When an employer, you feel like you're too important, you feel like the other person has nowhere to go, you feel like but there are people that are looking for people with that skill. One time someone with their skill, I'm appreciating it, productive. So I find, like, you see how Saddam decided, you know what, to hell with this job, let me go do my own things, because of the arrogance and disrespect of the boss. So I find that you as employers, let's also strive to I find that the keyword is empathy. Saying nze Saddam nganze nekulya nandi agadde neyisintia oba nandi agadde nga Saddam ye mukama wanga ampisa atya bwambogolera nga bwe mubogolera, would I stay oba I would go? Okitegeera newala nnyo abakozi okutabuka ennyo. I might not provide all they need, but at least the working condition for them to stay ziba favoring nnyo. Working conditions, that's very important. But working conditions include the tools they use, the environment where they work, and of course the people that they work with. But also, I think it should include the workload. It should include the workload. Emirimu gye bakola tomugamba nti ogenda kuba oli asha ate bwatuuka omugambe situla emizindaalo. Okitegeera bw'aba anaasitula emizindaalo kimugambire wa preparing obwongo bwe probably engoye ezigenda okusitula emizindaalo nga bwe asharinga, but you'll tell someone you're going to be an usher atasitula emizindaalo nga ate yajjidde mu kadress kwegamba kyo kyennyini kimumalako emirembe. Naye maama enfuufu Mr. President Antonio Samakubo amakuba tugenda gakola mulembe gwaffe nga for the love of People's Party, since we are going to be advocating for cars. Agamba ko tugenda gakola potholes zigenda mu mwaka ogusooka ogwo tugenda batukoze kilomita omutwalo nga gumu ogw'enguudo tamak twagala by the time we are done with our time nga tukoze emitwalo 5 ejja tamak, because enguudo zina kuba namu zina kubeera ddala namu era abatunda spare w'emmotoka mu mulembe gwa for the love of cars People's Party mulabisa obutakola nsimbi kubanga enguudo tugenda kuzikola. Leaving the family behind, Iggy, you can finish up a contract that your bosses don't want you to go. Owuliranga wetamidwa. And probably something that you guys abaina abantu bemukozesa kyemulina okuyiga. Your employees will go whether you like it or not. Your employees will go one time. A time is going to come that employee has to go. You should always be ready to let go of that employee. That's why every business should strive to have a minimum of 2 people. 2 employees minimum. Lwaki bombi bamanye emirimu buli omu abamanye emirimu gy'oli omulala. Kitegeza if you lose one employee, at least you have one to keep the business running until you replace the one that left. I think this is one thing that I've learned over time, that your employees will go. They may go because they are not, you're no longer giving them the money that is enough for them. They may go because they got a better opportunity. They may go because you're not treating them well. They may go because of personal reasons, like maybe they are sick, they have a sick relative. They may go simply because they got an offer they cannot refuse, but they will go. So you need to be ready for that person to go. And don't cling on to them. Arthur, are you safe? You drive while you read our chats. Jabaraga tools and no. Jabaraga tools and no. Jabaraga tools and no. Unamsika ayagala kumbuza ako chibika. Ayagala kumbuza. Honorable Kalumba Abubeka katika mu South. Simanya yaliyo Abubeka. Abubeka yaliyo. Kubakati Lindako. Joshua, the constituency jogenda okufuka mu MP mu 2026 yanjawulo ku yakatika mu South bamunanika ne bamunanika oleka wala Joshua kuba ne erinyo liwulira nga siri awano mwana wa boda alese jam. Pade nga shoko y'emmoroka ya mutwalo. So anyway guys, how is your Saturday going? Obudde butandise bbo okuzibirira kati omanye enjuba egudde. Enjuba egudde. But I hope you guys are safe wherever you are. Omanye kati ku Saturday njagala nnyo neva mu kibuga nga obudde bukyali, because obudde gye bulaga eyo Bombo Road agenda batayitika. It's like everyone decides to go to Bombo or to Gulu at around 7 p.m. because it's literally impossible at that time. And Saturday is one of those days that you will come, you'll get around Maganjo at around 6:30 and get to Mabanda at around 8:30 because of the jam. Nenga ate jam asinga between Maganjo and Kawanda. Then sometimes ne wanongo yambuka ku shero ye yambuka ematugao. Now wamanyo kwata. And I one thing I don't like is jam. Jam is the one thing that that takes away all our fuel. So anyway, what is the one thing that will make you want to quit your job or make you want to leave your job even as satisfied? Osobola kubanga or satisfied na ino sarawo. Why do you think ministers quit? The ministers of the cabinet ministers, state ministers in Uganda. Why do you think these guys quit? Because these guys seem to have everything. They have a free car, they have free fuel, free medical, free school fees, they get free food, they get free fuel, they get a salary, they get a luxurious office, they get people to bow before them, they get front seats at the church, they get front seats at functions, they have a budget to spend whatever they want. Why do you think these guys quit eventually? Because Oinakuchiro was in a perspective of someone that has a job that is literally a dream for other people, and then they quit. Why do you think a minister would quit their job? Nsongachi. Why do you think? Because I've seen that some employers sometimes also resigning about ngaba bagezi oluba resignation nga bakuwe baluwa ekugoba nga bakulaga nti babaze banga bakwevaluatinga nga tokulabye baagala okitegeera era badde baagala okugoba for a very long time. Banaye nabona omuvubuka y'abantu basiru mumulabye ate namulabye ddanga ayimidde makati g'ekkubo kuveeri abantu nno bwe batu bwe bafa ali ku mulimu gumu 15 olunaku ayimidde makati g'ekkubo. Kati wasanga omuntu nga tali stede byavuga ate oloza tebamukubye ebyuma omulimu ogukuwa 15. And by the way guys, as you do your jobs, please don't risk your life. Don't risk your life for a job where you can be replaced in a matter of, actually kati I'm replacing in a matter of hours. Waliwo abali awo okumpi abagala okudda mu kifo kye moroke mkuba leero ne bamuziika enkya baba mu replacing because kati mumulabi risking obulamu bwe because of a job that gives him bweba omulimu kuba gumuwa ekinene gumuwa omutwalo gumu olunaku mumanya abo abaana ababeera abakuba amatafaali awo gana amatafaali g'amashini mukitegeera. In Uganda, we don't have that culture of quitting. Munange Chris Fitness, when you talk about it, we as Ugandans and generally Africans, we were trained to be submissive. You can be oppressed and you stay at a workplace because you don't want to annoy people. You stay there, never kunyigiriza. As a matter of fact, if you be talking to the elders, they be telling kati ati lwachova yoguma munanga akoke kalimu hatekati. That's the culture. That's how we were raised. But quitting is actually a good thing, guys. It's good for you to move, to go to a new place if you feel oppressed. Whenever you feel oppressed, techigana gwegama naye omanyi guno omulimu nze ngutadde culture jemba denda. I think we sijogera ko nga mazo kulaba enanasi zino nyizo. Guys, have you seen of late that these YouTube and TikTok doctors are saying everything is bad for us? In the past, they were telling us kola juice omunywe. Now there are people that are telling us juice is simulungi because it doesn't have fiber. Which is which? Which is which? Sometimes they be confusing us. Meat is not good for you. And then there are people that are promoting the carnivore diet where you only eat meat. And apparently they don't have a lot of masafu. They are not fat. Outland wali bali ku UBP bagisumuludde. Ndi munnayu naye ndi munnayu mpa ku ssente ng'obula nnyo. Ndi munnayu give me some money. Ndi munnayu agambe I would quit and I always quit because of disrespect. Let us define disrespect, guys. What is disrespect? What defines disrespect? Because some people, to some people, disrespect is being snapped. To some people, disrespect is being abused. To other people, disrespect is not being greeted. To other people, being greeted is actually disrespect. Omwana nambuza nga yimiridde. To some people, being greeted while standing is disrespect. So what entails disrespect? What entails disrespect? And by the way, Chris, when you talk about that, when you talk about the fact that Ugandans don't know how to quit, I remember there are two places where I have worked, and in the first 1 month I wasn't paid properly, and I was quitting. And in the process of quitting, I learned that there were people that were demanding salaries of up to 1 year. Which take it, right? I remember there's a part-time job I did where I was being paid 300,000. That's around 2013. And the month ended, I had worked properly, they did not pay me. So the month ends and I wasn't paid. So I stay another month because they are saying we will pay you next month. You get, so I stay. Month 2 goes and we go to month 3. And so I decided to quit. And when I quit, I realized that there are so many guys that are working there that are demanding over 5 million, 4 million. Now you can imagine majority of those guys were getting 500,000 full time, 500, 600, 700. You can imagine omuntu kubasasula emitwalo enkaaga watukira okubanja million 5 aba akoledde emyezi mingi nga tebamusasula. And then you're asking yourself, how does this person survive? How does this person survive? Denga wali nga abeerawo okitegeere, and they were not quitting. That's the first place. Then there is this other place where I went, and I think this person was paying over 15% of the people's salary. Nenga ate, the thing was that all the financial ways were open. We could know how much was made that month. And then they again and again, I think I've shared this story before. Nintukanga mafuta ganga wedde mugate guy ampe mitwala abiri ngate seated ngana mafuta genvuze mwezi ogwo. So I quit. And on quitting, I also learned there that there are so many other people that are demanding up to a full year of salary. Ngiraba daba wako 10%, 15% of their money. Which again, but when I left, it was like a wake-up call for most of the other guys to also leave, because I think about 2 months later, they sang accountant and again the warala. You can imagine the accountant ngate yasasula abalala. So I was thinking to myself, this guy is not even sharp enough to understand that at least accountant katumuweyo ko kasente yetu musasule nga tumumaleyo ngana accountant sebo naye atwala 15%. Mukama katonda. But anyway guys, mwaganya okungamba what makes someone toxic, what makes an environment toxic. Mwaganya okuchingamba. Yes, juice is not the best. Juice is not good, Chris. Nanga na nalindi obuso ninkini bwensuju wano. And then nga fiber mwandula mama aba nangamba ye fiber. Mwe muli power. Mwe muli power. Disrespect is a joke, especially we who are direct sales selling, so corporate world. Genda. Bagayi bamamanyira nnyo direct sales agents. Kati omuntu akujoga atya ngate gwa mutundira. Akujoga atya ngate gwa atunda kuba wotoli abatajja kwa jamkawa no mukalabe kalinga akatandikidde wano. Ubanze ndabo obubi. Walinge wali kajja. Mwene kajamkawa nno nga kakutika kwatane kakira paka eri manga eri ku shell. Okitegeera. Kagenda ne kakira paka eri manga ku shell. Ayagala ntomere bantu. Katika jamu leo katandikidde wano. Quitting needs one to have courage, and you must be great at making tough decisions. Toina kuba mutiitizi. I was a site engineer at Karuma, and the Chinese boss used to frustrate me. Nga yombe bitaliyo all the time, yet I could do everything. Nga ya to the office. One day he abused me and I got so mad I quit. I want no bobo sobolo quitting anga omulimu gwagu ko. But I know they felt the impact. Normally when you quit when you have been doing the job nenga you're not appreciated. Definitely it makes you feel good to go. Chris Fitness atugambye nti better to eat the whole fruit, so got to get the fiber plus vitamins. By the way, juice can easily be digested, which raises the blood sugar levels. Sigenda kuddamu kunywa juice. Webale nnyo. Sigenda kuddamu kunywa juice kati wa blender nagula yachi. Sigenda kuddamu kunywa juice. Naye kajjamu kati mukalaba kajjamu kakute sawa zino ziri mmeka 12 kitundu. Kati mwe mumanye nti 12 kitundu wali bwe wate sawa eno. Kati you just imagine what is going to happen at 7:30. That's why on Saturdays normally I want to come back home early. Some sembu, even pineapples are not good, but they are acidic. And then there's someone I saw that was saying that at pineapples are the medicine. You want to cure cancer, pineapples. You want to cure diabetes, pineapples. Kati munange abantu bakusobera. Kati ononya ekituufu nakyo ne kikubula. Okitegeera. So guys, Saturday yeyo bwetu bwegenze omusana guguli gugendere. I think kati omwezi gugenda kuveeyo. And then there are so many theories that are coming up now. There are theories that say when there is a full moon, buli kyokola kiyitamu. Ate waliwo abaga when there is a full moon, it spells bad luck. Buli kyokola kigenda gaana. Bakama baffe baabo bajja kafe katudde ebbali ng'abeebigere. Mumulabi avano na munimiro senga abaka ina java ava munimiro kunoonya nanansi naye atujooga avuga ebyekigwagwa bebakama baffe ate tunaakola ki. An example of toxicity is poor communication in a workplace. They chop off people's salary minus telling them why. Actually, yes, I think I've had that in certain places. And I think if you're employing people, oyagala okusala kusendeza, let it be clear when, why, how much you chop. Atira was sala, but where is the statement ogomwezo bagambe your money was chopped in this. Nemunange basala ko nsale bwe batyo. Telling what promotions are not for merit, hold meetings and exclude some people. That's toxicity. Wait, I watched some video on YouTube saying bo pineapples simanyambu erongo semisuwa cats fat bichi banange conspiracies. Munange ata abasawo bayinza okujja buli kimu just gwe buli kyoyaga naye ate nno mwe mulaba the thing that I've learned about us as Ugandans ebyo nebirwadde ebyo simanya cancer si bye bigendo tutta if Uganda goes at but Uganda moves at this pace, majority of young people die of accidents. Ekintu ekiri kimu guys realize mwenga abasajja kimulina okwewala mwewale stress. Mwewale stress so that you don't get pressure, so that you don't get diabetes. Nze kati ngezaako okumaintaininga my stress level so that I don't get sick. It's just, of course sometimes cheat either. But try as much as possible. There is a big artist CEO fireworks advertising agency. Bambi yagudde mu kinabiro n'agwa anti pressure yamukubye. Abadde only 41 years old. Mujjukira ngamba gamba nti majority of young people of men in Uganda bafeed out between 40 and 45. Ono Bambi musajja watu afudde at 41 years. Pressure yamukubye n'agwa mu kinabiro. And this is where people that atanatuka business wocha ino mulimu ngakyakuwa ku sente sigala ya this stress yebeera ntono. Owning business is tough. Owning business is tough. It compromises your relationship with people, compromises your relationship with your woman. Okitegeere nti osobola okuba nga oli bize nnyo ng'ayomba kati biki olumwa ozeye wakataliyo noga kati ali kuki nga kumbe naye ayenjeddemu agenze kwewaamu n'abalala kati ebyo byonna ne bireeta stress. So oba tonnatandika, you know this thing they have been saying that businesses in Uganda are not for the faint heart. Mazima gennyini bw'oba toli mugumu business ze Kampala zireke. It needs for you to be strong because osobola okukola ebintu ng'olaba tebitambula. That's why it's important that we learn to calm down, because when you calm down, you will know how to handle employees and all that. I think ngenda njiga okuhandlinga ebintu ebyo. Mpola mpola. But I think someone should just keep exercising, keep sweating. It releases those toxic things out of your body. Yeah, I find that exercising helps you. It also helps cut the stress. Exercising helps you cut the stress as well. But stress yesinga okuleta yeleta high blood pressure, stress esobola okuleta high diabetes. Ebirwadde ebisinga okutta abasajja stress. Ebirwadde ebisinga ebitta abasajja biva ku stress. Antonio Random Things President Bili Abiri Mukaga Bili Asatu Mugumu Republic of Uganda. Ne Antonio tugenda kubaba nene ng'olieyo mu State House nze oba ugenda kumpa bwa minister bwachi onya kumpa bwa minister obulimu okulimba mwawo nga fe tujja ne tutereze embeera naga empira ja pichinga ja bei ompira gumitwalo 7 nujja tubaka banange government ebaagaliza mugulama motoka okisegera fe tujja ntereze embeera nga President Antonio oli ayito kyebaka kyagamba abaana bamusobera agala mubagulire motoka olopami tuzisale emyaka omwana we 13 bwaba muwanvu enafa asobola gera toxicity. How does poor normally what you guys call poor communication is lack of communication. If someone doesn't tell you things, nze kibata kinuma kasitoba nga tewenyiziza ate kati tongamba bintu onyizira okaaba bwoba oyina ekikunyiziza kingamba omulundi gumu ekyo nakyo kikoleki ekyo nakyo kigwewo. Kati I find Minister for Disaster Preparedness nasobola ka pressure nakasobola Antonio aka disaster prepare naye naali kasobodde naye ati kati nzoba olina okumpa blanka check every money I want to spend I spend. Kati ngaawo mukiteezaawo naalize buli family ebadde affected, the head of the family ajja n'ensoka ne $1,300,000 genda muzimbe disaster preparedness. Wali mu Lubigi kuba mu Lubigi awo ettaka awo lyali ya bbeeyimu 5 buli family genda muzimbe. Era sengaze nali minister disaster preparedness ndoza senga government ye NRM eina ratings ennungi baire nalese obukofiira buno mvuga yange kuliko ne rovo ya for the love of cars Kambarage. You guys can order, you can even tell me your slang, the statement you want in Rikosita Chisumuruzo. What we endala wano hindaliriwo zizo then pozi waliwo neno esi full time, so you can order for these. And of course kati
bengendo koeranga inspection nja kuwangayo ka key holder nkwene enkofiira tubene enkofiira ezaffe zetwambala zitwa identifyinga nga bwosanga omuntu mukubo omanyi oyo member, that one is part of us. So tulina SC full time for now, sita kisumuluzo, mvuga yange, and a number of other slangs kati ndala bakyazikola, so you can make your order mitwale ebiri because you support the thing and also you buy. So wait weri ebiri joka, you can tell me the color you want, over white, over black, over maroon, over navy blue. You tell me the color you want and we make for you. Buno buntu buno bwe bujjo to identifying nga ku street nga tugamba oyo that one is part of us. Era bwe nkulaba bwe nti ne bwe mbadde mu nyivu nti bwe nkusanga mu town nsekerawo ne ngamba you are part of us. Mpozi n'ekirala n'ekikopo kiikyo kya kizike kati kino kiriko SC full time ne logo yaffe ne wansi ka website kaffe kwe kalyawo kwegamba and put on all sides. Yeah, so kino ekikopo ne key holder zijja tuberenga tusobola okwemanya n'enkofiira eno egenda kuba very instrumental in identifying us, ne jumper zijja kati zate mugenda kuddamu okundaba nga nyambala ebitali bya part of us, ngenda kuba nyambala bintu bya for the love of kazi yokka. So enkofiira zo zatuuse dda for the love of kazi people's party SC full time tugamba tetugenda kuba leader of opposition, tugenda kuleka bino ebibiina ebirala byenalonda mu leader of opposition, naye kati ffe tugenda baffe ekibiina ekiri mu buyinza 2026. Nze njagala nayiga namala weere nnyo Antonio, nayiga namala kagamba odda reversing abakulagira obalaga nkofiira oti nayiga namala. Cape tukodeyo baseball cape, baseball zigenda kuba za beeyi mu kyobwana nasose n'enkola zino eziri nnomu naye ne baseball tugenda zikola kasita oyogedde. I want sita kisumuluzo. Pineapples are okay, those are not doctors who say they are not okay. Ojagaza ogule mmotoka Arthur Ronald, you come back bojja ogule jangu ogule mmotoka. Naye nze ga amazzi nga nnyonnyo Chris, amazzi galina obuzibu, ndoza amazzi gote galina buzibu. Lero ngenda kukwata mu kyuma ekiro nga sinneebaka banange mbadde ne load. Sometimes my life seems like it's very fasting kwasa oba ngokwasaganya ebintu bingi okitegeera, but my load is coming down. Ngenda nfuna abantu abanyambako abawerawerako kati awo mirimu gigenda gikendeera, but sometimes it feels like ekikopo weekiri ekya for the love of kazi kanzire munchi balage muleme gamba nti tebatulaze kiikyo neno. You can choose whatever color you want. I chose this color because I'm not very careful. I wanted a color that doesn't actually scratch it. Cause this is by now bachiyita, this is engraved tebisimuka tebivaako. This is, but you can choose the color you want. Zenalonze no because sagala kintu kigetinga kinayo pe mbivaako color mangwe kope mbivaako mangu color, so kachai kangenda bankanaga bwenti era gwe bobera kati bobera mukubo bobora byo kofiira oba afunye obuzibu mukubo ali stranded. Network badde tukozeko emikolo mbadde mbagamba nti gwe bwosanga ng'omuntu ng'ali stranded mu kkubo nga enkofiira gyambadde siya for the love of kazi, oyo manya tali part of us, ng'omuyitira abamuyamba. Naye bwosanga nga ayambadde enkofiira ya for the love of kazi, omanya that one is part of us, ng'omuyambira ddala ovaawo nga byonna biteredde. Bwe ntyo bwe tunaakolanga community. Yitawo kati wano nno we bayita ku mabanda, olabyewo wano bayita ku mabanda, kati kajamu ako mukalaba zigenda ogenda owere saawa emu wagenda bate wayitika wano, ate kati one of the problems that we get with this road is that the people that are coming from Bombo batuuka ne bakola line endala bbiri, niwesanga eno line olw'okuba tetambula balese bakoze edala ne bajja ne kati omulabo oyo wa Alfred ava mu line ey'okubiri yakayingira wano, okitegeera because ojiraba line ey'okubiri owa taxi we akoze line ey'okusatu. Twetaaga ebipapula bya line eziri extra. Huyo nowente naye ali mu line yakubiri. Kati asking yourself, why are they driving like this? Chobola nagaye bwe tunagenda maaso nga tweyisa bwe tutinga eggwanga. Nasimanyi nakumanyi kabambi kano ka elef katise fish kajjudde temulaba katambula katisse kajjudde so Saturdays Wednesday wezigenda it seems like everywhere you go activities going on there are people making money there are people that are not making money wonna wolaga so enkofiira order mutandike mubalaba baganda baffe bo bakola line endala mwene babajja ku kkubo edda bwe nabanga siina nnyo byakola nagiranga nenyimirirawo nendaba bwe mutambula nga nze nkuyimiridde maaso because that is very irresponsible what they do bwe munavanga mu line mwenna ne mukola line endala that would be very irresponsible. We are actually reaching the place where I think the view is really nice. We are reaching the place where the view is really nice. The view is, I love it. And how much is the full kit? I haven't actually bundled up the kit because they've been to budget about what I can bundle up and what. So there will be a jumper, there will be a cap, yeah, there will be a cup, there will be a key holder. Which take it. And then I'm going to show you another cup formation or another cup design. Most foods in Uganda are fresh and organic, so it's best you eat raw so your body can digest the nutrients from it. The fruit juice. Of course, kati mulembe gwaffe for the love of Kazi People's Party tugenda ba mafuta ga raisi lita petrol twalijagadde bire ku nusu nga 13 awo diesel bire ku nusu 8 katubenga tweyagala zero sector ndaze tugenda okunyiga enkumbi tuno gisaako omusolo tractor eddagala lifuyire ebirime kuboledde okulima kwa bagagga basasula omusolo tulino genda nga ebintu kati eyo piki naba bwadduka piki oyo omupiira guba gwa mitwalo 7 ayinza obidduka yebyo kati atandika okuva liwinga driving permit tuzisale emyaka kasitoba ng'oli muwanvu ng'oweza fuuti 5 tukuwa permit eyaka VTs. Then I was thinking Oweekitiibwa President Antonio, I was thinking of one thing that we could bring as a law. Buli muyiga atandikira mu VTs gwe kasita ofuna permit board osooka n'ovuga VTs emyaka 2 bw'obanga akafuna permit board teri kufuna permit n'oyingira kawundo kati nga bino byenjagala okuwa mama eri hari ya 13 ng'emmoro permit tenaweza myaka 3 alina tano mu VTs oba paso the moment someone gets a permit emmoroka gyatandikiramu erina kuba ya CC 10 n'agivuga emyaka 2 n'upgrade nga n'agenda ku 15 n'agenda ku 18 kagenda tuka mu 2 binange emmoroka agimanyi okitegeera Prosi Bravo even shirts just sinaba sati nungi quality nungi zo jampa nalabye nungi n'enkofiira n'endaba ennungi but the shirts quality gye balina ebadde tennaba kunsanyusa, so I'm getting them to source for me some really nice shirts. Any other duties assigned to me becoming other than what the initial contract says, it's very common for us monitoring and evaluation specialists. And Bridget, what do actually monitoring and evaluation guys do? What do you do? It seems like you guys are always just there sitting. What is your actual job? You are there to just say Ugundi akoro no takora. What do you guys do? Monitoring and evaluation. Yeah? What do you guys do? Then impose China President Antonio Chembadde ntesa ku mulembe gwa for the love of Kazi People's Party. Tukakeba n'abasajja abakola amamoroka balete wano ze factory. Emoroka tubenga bazikolera wano. Omulaye mulabe wa trader oba yakubye eki. Naye ate kuba yagisudde mwala. Gwe gwinza okuwonona kubanga ate wantu wali moroka gi yakubye ate nga dda Kampala. Ayeka yagikubye mwala. Kati mulaba eze moroka zonna ezo zigenda kola kajjamu wali ku mabanda. Kajjamu ako kagende paka eri ku poliisi. Paka obanga ku shero. Saturday banange matuga tasoboka ku Saturday. Omulaba jamu. Kate weewunya atandikidde eno. Bucket caps ne vests. Bucket cap actually bagireetedde olwaleero. Omyayi ne mugamba akole bucket cap. Ngazi ne zaamu 7. ezaba yaye bamagezi bambala ezo bagenda kutukolerayo ku Monday bagenda gireta kimanyi ku Lwokubiri nja balagako ku Lwokubiri ngenda balaga sample z'ebintu ebyo ebirala and the person that is making these things is from this community here muntu waffe wa for the love of cars he texted me mujukira nga mugamba antextize ne mugaso ko jolete sample akuba sample nazisasulidde shats kola za bitoji kale sebo ekyo kyekisoka kusitula Toyota yonna tugirete wano actually ne Mercedes Benz bonna twali balese wano kati wano awo nga bakolerawo zi Benz awo kati wali mu neighborhood nga waliwo Toyota wali ositegeera kugamba amafactory tubenga tugayina muno mama bane aliwa ne sanyu limutaga abanange for the love of cars people's party yalwawo dda singa fenna twevuga Ford ezo companies zonna zijje kati awo nga waliwo bakia nga ibakolere moroka zaabwe zikia Sportage zaani ukiraba then abasubaru kati bonna ba ezo factories zonna tuzirete zibere muno mu ggwanga nga zikolere moroka ben kako kyekiriwo tugenda kuzimba enguudo tu categorize emotoka okusinzira ku size President Anthony ate kati gwengo kisusiza abavitizi balina gye bavugira oba tubakolera leni ezaawe 100 meters race track kugamba nga abagala okuvuga ebyekigwagwa bagenda ku race track gye bavugira teri kujja ku nguudo zaffe bavugireewo banaye mukiwulidde aba for the love of cars FTC People's Party for the love of cars People's Party egenda kuba mu buyinza 2023 tugenda kubeera mu buyinza. Someone here told me ina protein in ekigogwa. You remember, you guys? Someone told me ina protein ekigogwa. I think there are like 3 people abangamba bayina protein ekigogwa. Like 3 people. Then waliwo ne guy abadde gatira okujja ku office awo nga alina byanguza era naye waffe wawa nangamba ayagala tunda ploti ye eyaki ajamaleyo ploti ye ekyapa baye bw'ogula ettaka essaawa eno kyandibadde kyamakulu nnyo n'ogula ettaka lya kyapa. Ekyapa kiraga nnyo obwannannyini. Kati you can imagine someone ebadde mu kiteezi nga ploti ye si ya kyapa ya ndagaano yabuze. Ploti yo bw'ebeera ya kyapa ne kungulu ku kasasiro bagipimirako ne bagaa ploti ya gundi eri wano okitegeera, naye ploti yo bw'ebeera nga ya ndagaano ate banaabala watya ku ndagaano ina okubako starting point. Kati kasasiro yabisse wonna kitegeeza you don't have a starting point and avoid building in places that are deep like wansi eyo bwe watyo. Era bwe ina ploti nga ya wansi bwe watyo eyo gitundu ogende ku kasozisozi obe wantu wali flat nga toli mu kikko. I find that ebyo si birungi. In case of a landslide, in case of floods, mumusinga okubeera affected. At least genda kasozi nga kali kalabye. I find that makes more sense. Nze ebikosi kyabyagala nali nzindyeko mu kikko. Enkuba etonya nononye engeri gy'ojjayo emmoloka ewuwo wansi eyo nga toyina okitegeera. Yeah, but this is Bombo Road for the guys that don't know. I find that this is a very narrow road. Obudde bwe butisera kuvuga Bombo Road, abantu beno bavuga bubi ku Bombo Road. Bavuga bubi nnyo. You have to be extra careful. You have to be extra careful. Wali ababas bavuga bubi. I think the 2 categories that drive the worst, bus drivers and of course 3 categories: bus drivers, small car drivers and taxi drivers. Those 3 categories bavuga bubi nnyo. Abalole simanya fuso za nte simanya bikyaba artist katabe ekiko olaba awantu awo toyononeranga yo sente nze mbabuulira okujja ng'otaddeyo nyumba z'abapangisa naye mbugwe ozimbe ennyumba eyiyo mwogenda okuwangalira n'abaana bo. Bridget Kaka is telling us what M&E professionals do. They provide structured approach to programs management, allowing organizations to identify successes, challenges, and areas of improvement, data and feedback to make informed decisions. So you guys don't build systems, you just evaluate systems, right? You monitor how systems are working and you evaluate them. Do you actually design the programs? This place is actually quiet. I like it. I like how quiet this place is. And I like that it doesn't have a lot of traffic. Kati wano watuli usiba bayitawo batya erinyandira bit bayitawo batya migadde wano bayitawo migadde but I like the peace that is here when I'm driving on a road that doesn't have a lot of chaos. I feel a lot of peace, and I think the one thing that made us want to drive as we grew up was the fact that the people that we saw driving were driving on roads that did not have chaos. Tebavugiranga nnyo ku nguudo zina chaos naye nga luno oluguudo lukyasobola okugaziwa olaba eri where the electric poles are eyo oluguudo gye lukoma naye eri mu kikoneruka olaba ziri emiti gye giri oluguudo gye lukoma. So this road can actually be made into a 2-lane road nga bagenda ebbombo ziri leeni bbiri n'abadde ekampala ziri leeni bbiri okitegeera ekampala leeni bbiri kati wano waliwo broken line owapasa agenda kumpisa yayagadde dde okumpisiza ne makoona naye nga tetambula paso agirinnye naye nze simanyi oba paso naaligivuze bwentyo. Sometimes it looks like the engine is very small for it. Naye mwe mulowooza sigenda basiibula ngenda basiibulira wali eri njagala gulako bintu wali katale k'19 naye awo ngenda obasiibulira ate tulabagana olunaku olw'enkya naye nga mwebale kubeera ku broadcast bantu bange. I don't take you for granted. Mwebale kwagala for the love of cars. Wano wabaddewo ki? Wano wabaddewo accident. Trailer esoose mu maaso erina kyetomedde. Mulaba ne debris ziizo ezendabirwamu. Trailer eri mu maaso etomedde trailer eri emabega. Ekubye ku container bw'eti ne omupiira ne gwabika. So luno oluguudo luli very dangerous. Nze actually ekiro siruvuga ngenda mpita ku Seminole Road because abantu badduka ebitategerekeka. Kati wa trailer oli ayino bagezezaako okuyisa ne kigaana. Kati mu kugaana ne yeesanga ng'atomedde container ya munne. And that happens literally always. You just need to be very careful. Luno oluguudo lubi nnyo. Kati wano wewalinga ewagaziwa mukko ate weewuunye wano ewalinga ewagaziwa ate we beetomeredde bali. And what is very peaceful. So for the guys that Bobango otambula Bombo Road gitambula emisana ekiro ebeera dangerous bantu bavuga bubi. Ata when will we have a road trip tugenda gifuna? We want to program nga road trip eyo tulina gye tugenda ogenda nga wangi. You follow live when you can follow, and the things you cannot follow live to be recording and to be uploading. We check it out. We also want to have stops that make sense. For example, a stop where we can tour stuff, where there are special cars in places where people have cars that are special to look at. So I got to kubeera na road trip nga just road trip ya kutambula butambuzi. Tulina okubanga gye tulaga tulina ebyo kati olaba this is a solid line. Naye amazima wali ofuusa emabega eri mu kuyisa. Bavuga bubi nnyo ali mu kumpa mataala. You can imagine tetusiina gye ndaga. Ne guy ali mu kumpa mataala abanga agamba va ku kkubo. You get abanga agamba nti va ku kkubo ayinza n'okutomera kikyo kigenda kuyisa kati nkukolere ki? You guys singa gwa abadde atunde mu side mirror yange. You can imagine someone driving like that. Yitawo kati line eri broken naye era talina gy'alaga agenda sigala akuwa amata. He actually has where to go naye tagenda. Kati abanga apapya gwe nze bwe mba ndaba omuntu ng'avuga mpola, I would like to actually overtake them. But it's not overtaking. Akuwa amataala akuteke ku pressure. I find that learners should not be driving on highways. Kuba kati oyo asobola okukozesa omuntu eyakayiga ensobi. Ekimuyambe takuba ng'ombe. Kati abantu bwe bati ngenda kuyimirako ku katale wali. so abantu bwe bati bwoba ogenda kuvaako ku kkubo kati ng'oyo wafusa apa mugenda mulaba we nayipaaka agenda tuyitako okuba indicator ng'okyali wala abeere ng'akimanyi nti ogenda kuvaako. But it's people like that be bantisa oluguudo luno otuuka we yali badde ayisiza n'atayisa kati ate ng'asigala gwakupapya kati like this is a broken line but still wali maaso waliwo road block for the guys that abayita ku Bombo Road 19 waliwo road block yetuyitamu ne tweyongerayo okitegeera waliwo road block kati tasobola nawo okuyisizaawo kamuwe na indicator nga nkyali omulayo tategeera bulungi mugenda mulaba kati weebuuza obwedde ekimupapya nga tokiraba wuuyo ate wana wakakariya. Kale guys ngenda basibulira wano mbeka ate byengula ku katale wano basinaba kweyongerayo naye nga mwebale kubeera ku broadcast mwerabira enkofira zigenda kubeerawo kati ene yange ginyambadde eriko nvuga yange. You can send me your slang oba your statement. Kavyuke anti kati bujja gamba tengenda balwisa and all kavyuke enchaka mbalambuze ekyalo enchaka mbalambuze mbatwaleko ku Semuto Road kuba kati n'obudde buzibe naye kati enchabo entandika ku saa 11 zennyini 11:15 maaso obulyo balambuza ne mbatwala ku Semuto Road ne mbatwala ekiweebwa wa I think on that road whoever will manage bring your car tugende tulambule fenna wamu tubunyise enjiri ya FTC People's Party. Arthur abafuso bus ne lorries be basinga okuvuga obi small car owners drive carefully. Munange nza ate kyenda be ku Bombo Road abantu avuga emmoroka entono bavuga bubi sibategeerako ddala. Nze nazimba waggulu soon you will visit me. Amina Abe Africa Karota Morad Kemomo Dero tuka 19 ya we do participate in all stages. Even system design, that's something I have to study because me, I find that systems help businesses move forward, and one of the things that we lack at from performing arts is a system. Tetwina systems ezo zikolera ddala. That's a long term thing. Guys, kamba sibuli bannange ngenda bala benchanja balambuza ku byalo tomorrow. Travel live vlog waboyi Nelson Jones info Brian Wanyama. Travel live vlog Patrick Rio Farm, Poultry Farm, Pade Andrew Nsubuga, King Daniels, Nomadic for Life, Chiimba, Samson, Bukenya Abe, Musema Saddam, Ronald Mucho, Ansereko Starch, Lucky Mozelo, Burwa Chris Fitness, Morad K Momo VIP, Antonio Random Things VIP, Bukenya Abe, Kawagama Enoch, Prosi Bravo, Chigozi Stanley, Arthur Karemani, Ronald Mucho VIP, Derek Lule, Brigitte Kakai, bane mwe bali kubera ku broadcast, Wesa Victor mwe bali kubera ku broadcast, ndi munayu a big artist, Prosi Bravo, Kato Muhammad, Antonio ngenda kukolera enkofira ya Nayiga Namara, Wabuye Nelson, Ben Kako, Brigitte Kakai, Dero, mulowooza sibamazeeyo. Encha tukulinze. Encha ngenda balambuza ebyalo. Mukama abampeera omukisa guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Make your orders. Ciao.